Hope everyone had a lovely holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. For everyone that celebrated, hope everyone had a lovely time, a good few days off. So we are here. I looked at my surroundings and I said, "Oh, this is beautiful. Let's set up shop right here." So hopefully you guys like it. We're by the water and some palm trees. I think it's a beautiful day. So I thought of you guys today. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me know as I await for more people to get connected. Here we go. As I await for more people to get connected, I wanted to tell you guys a little uh, story that just something that happened to me right now while I was getting this video set up. So I'm setting up shop, and a man comes up to me and he tells me, he's like, I want to ask you a question. He said, I'm 51 years old. I have a lady friend. We're in a relationship, and I asked her if she could braid my hair. She's really good at that. Um, what do you think about that? What do you think about that request? And I said, I mean, you can always ask. Everyone always has requests, but it's always up to the other person if they want to do it or not. And it seemed like he didn't really like my answer. Of course, I'm always gonna go with what the woman. I'm a girl's girl. Of course, I'm always gonna go on the woman's side. And then he's like, but he asked the question again. He's like, well, what do you think that says about the relationship? I said, there's no sense of entitlement. Hold on, siren. There were no sirens before I started this live. Now I started a live. Now they want to start. My bad. Okay, it's almost fun. All right. So, yeah, he didn't really like my answer. When I said entitlement, he said, okay, thank you very much, young lady. No sense of entitlement. That shit does not fly anywhere close to me. Okay? I don't care what the situation is. Entitlement is not a word that is in my vocabulary. Ever since I read, or actually, I listened to the audiobook of, was it, okay, it was 50 Cent, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. So he has an entire chapter just on sense of entitlement. And he said, it doesn't matter who you are, who you're related to, who you're connected with, how much money you have, what your status is, it does not matter. He said, even at his status, when it came to pitching and negotiating Power, the first show of the Power universe, he had to work double as hard just because they didn't believe in him. Regardless of his status, regardless of how famous he was and all his accolades in the music, it did not matter. He had to prove himself twice, right? So ever since then, that really stuck with me. And it's true because I see entrepreneurs that get money. I'm talking about somebody's six-figure salary, they get that in a month. I know a 22-year-old that makes 400,000 per month, and he's on his way. He wants to make 1 million per month, and he's 22 years old. He gets it every single day, no stopping. Every single day he wakes up, and he's equally as hungry as if he had nothing in his account. So sense of entitlement does not go with me. I am not entitled to jack shit. I gotta get up and I gotta get it just like everybody else. So whether it be money, whether it be resources, favors, I am not entitled to anyone else's energy. I can ask, I can request, and people can always ask and request from you, but it's up to you what you decide to give. So zero sense of entitlement over here. But that was not the topic of this video. I just wanted to share that really quick because it really just happened. Excuse me, it literally just happened right as I was getting ready to go live. So Today's video is going to be short because I have an order to pick up shortly. So basically, what I wanted to talk about today was act broke, but don't claim it. Act broke, but don't claim it. Now, first thing we are not going to do, we are not going to claim broke. I don't care if you got negative $200 in your bank account right now. I don't care if you have a nervous system that is completely wrecked because you're in a shithole. I don't care what the situation is. Trust me. Trust me. It does not matter. What matters is your mentality. How are you going to get out of it? Right? Do not claim that. Do not claim broke. Do not say I'm broke. Don't you ever in your life come around me after you watch this video. If you know me, if you follow me on social media, if you're one of my followers, don't you ever in your life catch yourself saying the words I am broke. Ever in your life. Okay? We do not talk down on ourselves over here. We do not do that over here. There have been so many times where I didn't have not shit in my account, but my heart and my mind was full. My heart was grateful for everything that I did have, which was life, and my mind was full of ideas on how to get it, on how to get opportunities, on how to make this stretch. If I had $30 cash, I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna make this stretch. How am I going to make this stretch? Okay, well, I can use this towards transportation to get to where I need to go so I can make more money. And then I'm going to make that money. Hold on. And now I made that money. Okay, cool, bet. And now I'm going to put a little bit of that money that I just made towards transportation, school supplies, whatever it is that I needed for my business, and I'm going to make more money, right? And so it's not about what you don't have, is what you do with what you do have. And it's not how much money you make, it's what you do with what you have. I know people that have six-figure incomes, but you look at them and they just don't look like it at all. They don't look like it. They don't act like it, and not in a good way. They don't know how to manage their money. They overspend. They are not conscious of anything. And I know people who make $40,000 a year and they budget very, very well. So don't claim broke. Do not claim defeat. Yes, life brings us ups and downs. And yes, there are going to be days that are not going to be as good as other days. And yes, there are going to be some times where you're just going to be stressed out and you might feel it in your body. You might just feel defeat. That's very common, but don't claim it. If you feel like today was just, one of those days, it was a rough day, do something that's going to fill your cup a little bit. Whatever that is, go to bed early. Fuck it. You couldn't do anything else for today. You lost money today. What can you do to make you feel better? For me, I love taking my bath. It is the most simplest of things. It is the most simplest of things. When it came to finding a place to stay at, you go through all these apartments, you look at places, what you like, what you don't like. One thing that was a non-negotiable for me was a bath. I said that is where I recharge. That for me is abundance. That for me is luxury. I just want a bath. Because in a lot of these apartments, they get rid of the bath, they remodel it, they just put in the glass shower with the stone, and it looks beautiful, but that doesn't work for me. I want me an old school bath, okay? And the ones in Chicago that are really slim, you barely fit in them, I don't care. I could fit in it. All right. That to me is luxury. Okay. And that is where I recharge my batteries. That is where I get to rest my body. And that to me, if I'm able to get into that bath after a long day, I just feel like I made it. I just feel like I deserve that. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, in there for 30 minutes. That to me is abundance. Right. So that's another way of doing with whatever it is that you have. We do not claim broke over here. We do not say I'm broke. We do not talk bad about ourselves. We do not say, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, oh, my mind doesn't work. Do not claim that. Don't you put that out into the atmosphere, because um, sound has a vibration to it, right? So if you go to a concert, you can hear the vibrations through your body, right? And you feel that energy, whatever, however the song is, if it's an upbeat song, if it's a sad song, you feel those vibes, okay? And that's sound. So the same thing of how you speak to yourself, speak about yourself, whether internally, whether you whisper to yourself, you think that about yourself, or you say it out loud. Don't you dare say it out loud. One thing that I tell people, I'm like, so they really let that fly out their mouth. That means they have been thinking that for a long time. They have been thinking that and feeling that that's what they honestly believe for a long time. Don't let that run. Don't let that come out your mouth. Okay? Speak highly of yourself. Love yourself. Um, yeah, we don't claim broke over here. And broke is not just financial. Financial is the last. Financial is material, right? How does it materialize? First, you got to think about it. First, you got to think, okay, well, if I apply to this job, I can go in for the interview, and then hope and wish that they hire me, and then I work for 2, 3 weeks, and then I get paid. So you go through a whole process before you actually have the money in your hand, right? So that's why I say financial is last. It's mental, spiritual, emotional, and then financial. I add physical in there too. Add physical in there too, because we have to be more grateful for our bodies. I work with a lot of people who are disabled. I work with people who are elderly and they can't really do the same functions that younger people can, or not even younger. Just people who have fully abled bodies. Just being healthy, being able to walk, talk, move your arms, have a job, have the opportunity to make money is abundance. So don't claim broke over here. If you can walk, talk, if you can just get up and go somewhere, you have freedom. That right there is abundance, because trust me, there are people out here that can't do basic things that you take for granted. There are people out here that wish they could work, but they simply cannot. And it's not an excuse. They simply cannot. That is done so for them. Done. Out of the question. If you have options, if you have opportunities, you are not broke. There is absolutely no way. Okay? There are always opportunities, especially with this internet. There are always opportunities. Also, after COVID, the quality of customer service, the quality of consistent workers has gone down. So that's an opportunity right there, because people are looking for someone who's consistent, reliable, someone that does a good job, someone that shows up, period. Someone that just shows up and is ready to get some money. That's an opportunity. We do not claim broke over here. We do not claim broke, period. If you got anything from this video, is that we do not claim broke. I don't know how many other ways I can say that, but we do not claim broke. Another thing that I don't really like to say is that's too expensive for me. That's too expensive, because I feel like if I say, ooh, that's expensive, like I'm saying that's out of reach. Nothing is out of reach if it's on God's green earth. If we're here, I could touch it, I could look at it. If I can look at it, I can, it's like, let's say a building, let's say one of these condos in the sky. That's too expensive for me. I can still walk in the motherfucker. I can still walk, I can ask for a tour. I can still walk in there. I can feel the vibes. I can imagine myself there. So if I can imagine myself there, I mean, if I set a goal in my mind, I want to live here, and I get the numbers. How much does it cost for me to live here? Okay, if I need to make 3 times as much, how much do I need to make? Okay, set a plan. Hey, Chat GPT, this is what I'm making now. This is how much I want to make. This is my line of work. What do I have to do to reach this goal. Okay? I don't see any limits. I don't see any limits. Think boundless. This is what people talk about when they say, I don't like being put in a box. When you put in a box, you get put in four corners. When you are boundless, that means you have no bounds. Like there is no cap. Okay? I don't think with limits. I don't think, okay, this is the only amount of money that I can make per year. These are the only places that I can visit in a year. This is all that I can do with my life. I don't think that. That's broke. That's broke. Okay? Don't let certain things fly out your mouth. Think about it before you say it. It doesn't, it makes you look bad. It makes you look bad and it lets the other person know how you feel and think of yourself. And that then the other person judges you. Then the other person knows how to place you. Now you're a pawn. Now you're not a viable chess piece. Don't be a pawn. Don't be a pawn. Doesn't matter how much you make, it matters how much you keep. Doesn't matter how much you make, it matters what you do with what you got. Okay, so we talked about not claiming broke. Not claiming broke. The next time you talk about yourself, ask yourself, am I showing love to myself when I do this? Am I showing love to myself if I say this? For example, the other day, I was bed rotting for a while, and I was like, should I really get up? I was going to do this hair treatment and this face treatment. And I'm like, should I really do it? And then the voice popped in my head, and the voice said, are you showing love to yourself right now? And the answer was no. So I immediately got my ass up because I don't think broke over here. I think if I look good, I feel good. And if I feel good, my vibration is high. I want to go outside. I want to talk to people. I want to be lively and open and friendly. And that opens me up to opportunities. I don't know who I'm going to meet. What if I go outside and someone likes my hair or someone likes my skin or someone likes my makeup or someone likes my outfit, and that's a conversation starter, and lo and behold, they're a very well-off entrepreneur, and now we can connect. Now we can work together. Now they can put me in a position to where I can make money, or put me in a position where I can meet other people and I can make money that way. Right? It's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. Don't be so closed in. Don't be so closed in. Think big. Think big. Think big. Okay. So we've discussed that. Don't claim broke. Don't you claim broke. I don't care if you make $15 an hour. Don't claim broke. There are people that are making $11 an hour in very rural places, and those are all the opportunities that are available to them within close proximity. But they make money online. But they can go on Facebook and make passive income that way and still go to their job. You are not limited to your environment. You are only limited to your mentality. Period. Okay. Okay, so don't claim broke, but do act like it. Why act like it? Because once you change your mindset and once you level up, even in the most slightest way, even if you have just um, an aura about yourself, a little glow, even if you got a little pep in yourself, you feel a little bit better, you look good, you smell good, you put on a nice outfit with whatever it is that you got at the house, you just feel better about yourself, right? People are gonna notice that. Now you're open to parasites. Now people are looking at you like, you know, envy and jealousy is everywhere. That's not something that you can cure. That's not something that you can get rid of. What you can do is crisis avert. What you can do is throw people off. So next time someone asks you for money, asks you to let them borrow some money, you got to act like you don't got it. Say, I don't got it. I just paid rent. Now, when you say you don't got it in your head, just say for you. For example, someone asks me for money. Hey, you're saying I can borrow $50? I'd be like, I don't got it. In my mind, I'm saying for you. I just paid rent, and I definitely don't got it for them. Fuck, I got it for myself. I got it for myself. I got it for my clothes. I got it for my dreams. I got it for my savings. I got it for my trips. I got it for anything and everything that has to do with Yesenia Alvarez. Hell no, I don't got it for you. Hey, Yesenia, I don't got it for you, right? Um, Definitely don't let people know your next move because you don't know who's going to be you don't know who's going to be a hater. And I guarantee you, I 100% guarantee you, they're going to be someone close to you. They're going to be a close friend. They're going to be a family member. They're going to be your neighbor. It's going to be somebody close to you. It's going to be that hating bitch at work. It's going to be them. Don't let them know your next move. Don't let them know your next move. Oh, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Don't let them know your man is going to take you out somewhere. Maybe they don't got a man. Maybe they're not happy. Maybe they're mad that you got a man and she does and she doesn't really like them. Doesn't matter what it is. Do not let them know your next move. Don't let them know that you're excited about something. Keep it to yourself. That's part of the magic that you got going on behind the scenes because you're cooking, you're thinking, you're planning, you're scheming, you're plotting, and it's all an investment into you. Don't let them know your next move. Act broke because look, as sad as it sounds, if you act like you got money, or if you show that you have money, if you show really nice clothes all the time, people pocket watch. People neighbors look out the window. Neighbors keep up with your habits, with your routines. People are always watching you on social media. Okay, now you're a target. Now you're a target because it looks like you got it. So damn, it comes easy to them. They don't know how much work you put in. They don't know. You're shining and they're not. Now they want some of your shine without putting in the work. People will want to take advantage of your platform that you work your ass off to obtain. People will want to take advantage of your resources that you had to obtain. People will want to take advantage or want some of what's on your plate, even though they didn't do nothing to put it there. It's not cool. Those are parasites. Those are parasitic people. Absolutely not. I don't care who it is. Don't give them a shot to do that. The answer is no. And this is coming from a recovering people pleaser. I'm not even recovering anymore. I'm like completely done. I'm like completely done with the program. I'm kidding. There was no program. It was all mental. Um, but yeah, no. The answer is no. The answer is no. The most important person in your life is you. The most important person in your life is you. The most important person in your life is you. Because if it wasn't for you, nothing else around you would exist. Okay? Your house would not be the way that it is, would it not be for you. Your children, your husband, your whoever will not be around had you not been the matriarch. The most important person in your life is you. So it's important to set boundaries. And this isn't just about money. This is not just about money, it's just the best example. Parasitic people will want your time, your energy, your focus, your resources, your money, your connections. They thrive on stressing people out, on projecting their shit onto you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't allow them that. Be selfish. It's okay to be selfish. You want to know why? Because you came into this world alone and you're going to leave alone. So your mission here is you. If you are good, everyone else around you is good. You need to protect your energy, your peace, your finances, your environment at all costs. That is your number one priority. Act broke. You don't got it. You don't got the time. You don't got the energy. You don't got the resources. You don't got the connections. You don't got not shit. Not for parasitic people. You're going to know. You're going to know. Now that we have this chat, you're going to know who's a parasite, who gives you that bad vibe, who comes to you because they always have a crisis and they always need you to come and help them. And you're going to know who pours into you. You're going to know who pours into you. I got people that I met over the internet that we get money every day. They put me in a position to win. And I got people, and those are people that I met recently, like months ago. And then I got people that I've known my entire life that just want to take. They just want to take because they feel entitled. Because they feel entitled to my energy, my proximity. They feel entitled. No, you are not entitled. So I guess that earlier interaction was relevant. They're not entitled to you. And guess what? They're going to be upset. Just like how that man was upset when I told him sense of entitlement does not live here, does not have a place here. They're going to be upset because we cut them off. They're going to be upset because they said no. They're going to be upset because now, before you were saying yes, yes, I can help you, yes, I can help you. Now you're saying no. Well, they leaned on you. You were their crutch, and now their crutch is unavailable. So now they actually got to go out and get it themselves. Shit, that's infuriating for a parasite. Like, damn, now I got to put in my own work? Yes, yes, you do. What were you gonna do without me here? All right, go do that. Period. All right, guys. So that's all that I have for today. My phone is on 16%, and I got some stuff to do. I hope you enjoyed this chat. I love you guys. Take care. The reason that we had this talk is because we're going into the new year. We just had Christmas, which is a time where you get your gifts, from your significant others. You have time with your family. You put on your outfits. You look beautiful. It's a festive time. You're excited. You want to show off, and that's great. That's beautiful. Just be careful. If you want to show off, just know that you have to have your boundaries set up pretty strongly because they're gonna come. The new year, everyone has their goals. You're gonna want more for yourself, better for yourself. And if you want different, you got to move different. So when you move different, that means certain people are cut off. You don't have the same habits anymore. You don't hang out at the same places anymore. You don't spend the same. You don't want to look the same, right? So you're cutting that connection from other people, other environments. For you, it might feel good, but for others, it's not. It's not going to feel good because they're used to you. You were like a battery to them. All right, parasites are vampires, energetic vampires. What happens if you cut up their supply? They're going to be pissed off. All right, guys. Well, that's all from me. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, comment on this video once it's done. I love you. Check out my links. Take care. Love you. Bye.